Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just release all tension around your eyelids and feel that release, that with your eyes closed, you're able to focus on the sound of my voice. Breathing in a wonderful feeling of calm and relaxation, and exhaling any tension. As you breathe in, set the intention to breathe slightly deeper than the previous breath. And as you exhale, set the intention to slow down and elongate that breath so it seems to go on for longer. And notice, the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And scan your body for any clues of tension, perhaps around your forehead, your jaw, neck and shoulders. And as you breathe in, just imagine you're breathing in concentrated relaxation. And as you breathe in that relaxation, imagine it melting away any tension in the forehead, the jaw, the neck or the shoulders. And as your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. So breathe in and breathe out. As you exhale, just allow your shoulders to drop. Let your body relax even more. Feel yourself sinking deeper into a state of calm and peaceful relaxation. Just imagine a soothing wave of relaxation starting at the top of your head. Imagine it spreading or trickling down, softening your forehead, your jaw, your neck. And this wave of relaxation continues down your arms, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Feel that relaxation in your chest, going down into your stomach, all the way down into the gut, releasing any anxiety. Feel it going all the way down into your legs, into your feet, deep down into the tips of your toes. And I want you to think of a memory. Think of a time when you felt completely at ease. Time when you felt free. Perhaps it was a time in a one-to-one conversation. Maybe with someone you trust. But notice you felt free to be you. Nobody else. Feel that comfort. Notice how you were breathing back then. Remember where you were, how your posture was. Access that feeling of being completely free and at ease. And maybe you can amplify that feeling right now. Notice how good it feels to express yourself freely, to feel that freedom, to simply be you. Hold on to that feeling. Allow it to grow stronger. And maybe that feeling has a location. Lots of emotions do. Maybe around the heart, the chest or the gut, or somewhere in your head. And what if it expands from that point and starts feeling like it's spreading to every cell of your body? Feel that wonderful sensation of freedom. And I wonder if you are able to hold on to that feeling as you start to imagine a different version of you, a version of you that in the very near future is using that feeling of freedom as a strong foundation to explore a two-pronged strategy forwards. I want you to imagine a version of you in the very near future with that level of self-awareness to know when you are in that state of comfort, freedom, free to express yourself, in a state of flow where the right words come. But imagine in those one-to-one conversations, you're capturing that essence. Maybe by recording a video, recording the audio. What if you are harnessing that sense of freedom and amplifying that freedom to people that don't know you yet? What if people that don't know you see something or hear something, a message that resonates with them, something that enriches their life, something that adds value, a message they've never heard before, and they see that from you at a time when you were effortlessly free, expressing yourself naturally and authentically. And I want you to imagine putting yourself in the perspective of someone that doesn't know you yet. Maybe they're scrolling on their phone or listening to something, and they hear or see a conversation you're having with just one other person. Imagine you're in their shoes, seeing you looking free to express yourself. No overthinking, no blanks. This version of you is in a state of flow, because you're just doing something you've done a million times before. And I want you to get a sense that from that perspective, they're seeing you already expressing yourself freely. And then imagine that same person becomes curious about you. A tiny bit of content they saw, you amplifying when you were already expressing yourself freely, maybe leads to a one-to-one interaction with them. You would know them, they would already know you. And feel free to express in that situation something that helps them think about their life differently. Think differently about love, about what it means to create a life, a wonderful life, a heaven on earth. And imagine this second prong of the strategy, not just amplifying what you already feel comfortable doing. I want you to see a version of you that relishes the difficulty, the discomfort, that if it's difficult to be done, it must be done. I want you to see that version raising their hand and sharing their opinions, requesting more opportunities to speak to new audiences, joining different already established communities or collections of people, and see yourself confidently introducing yourself, standing up, letting everyone know who you are and what you do. Perhaps you can imagine yourself being around a table where everyone talks about themselves for maybe 5 minutes or more, but see yourself with an expression of positive anticipation. That version of you has already made the evaluation that if just one person connects with you, learns from you, then it's all worthwhile. And see yourself with that 5 or 10 minute introduction, explanation, see yourself doing that in a state of flow. All the qualities that naturally exist within you in a one-to-one interaction, see yourself doing that with a bigger audience. See the expression of other people, and perhaps when it's finished, people introduce themselves to you because what you said in that 5 or 10 minutes resonated at some level, created a thread of curiosity, so they want to hear from you more. I want you to imagine in the not too distant future, see yourself on a stage, a small stage, with a microphone, to people that you kind of know, and they know you, and see that you are expressing yourself freely. And you can tell that from your body language, your facial expressions. You look just as natural, confident, and relaxed as if you were deeply engaged in a one-to-one conversation. See yourself expressing yourself freely. And if you could imagine that audience in the tens, perhaps rather than the hundreds, Let me know by nodding your head. And let's imagine 1 year into the future. Imagine you've applied for a high-profile speaking engagement and see yourself like you're someone else receiving the news, maybe on email, that you've been chosen to be a keynote speaker at a high-profile location with a big audience of 1,000 attendees or more. And I want you to see, as you get that email, you're smiling, beaming, because you know you get to amplify what you do with small numbers to bigger and more engaged numbers. See yourself in the weeks and months that follow, preparing but not over-preparing. And see yourself that defines this very thing as freedom. That being free to do what you want, with who you want, when you want to, is the freedom. The fact that you chose to speak at this event is you being free. I want you to get a sense that as the weeks and days get closer to the event, see yourself feeling more excited, more relaxed, more comfortable. And then imagine you are in the audience from that version of you that saw some content that you produced, maybe a video or audio. Put yourself in their shoes, in the audience, one of over 1,000 people, wanting to hear what you have to say. Imagine the angle of the stage you're looking at, and see yourself confidently come up on stage, either picking up a microphone or maybe there's a headset. And imagine feeling captivated as you see yourself expressing exactly what you would want to, freely, genuinely, authentically. There is an energy in that room. People are engaged, holding on to every word. All eyes are on you because you chose that that's what you wanted. And it may be it's a 20 or 30-minute talk. And at the end, imagine standing up in your chair, giving a standing ovation, because what was said in that time mattered. It was delivered freely. And then I want you to imagine, after it's all gone well, rewinding it and putting yourself in a first-person perspective. But that feeling of freedom, of being able to express yourself clearly, just imagine every cell in your body is resonating with that feeling. And then imagine that rather than seeing yourself get an email, imagine receiving an email on whatever device you normally check your emails, maybe your phone or a laptop, congratulating you on being a keynote speaker at a future event, and feel that excitement. Maybe doing what you're meant to do is your heaven on earth. Maybe feeling free to live your life in the way that you want, impacting other lives in the way that you want, is your heaven on earth. You don't have to do this. You get to do this. And feel that wonderful feeling that this is freedom. this is being free. You're free to turn down this invitation or to accept it, but feel free to accept it. Feel free to prepare for it. Feel free to attend it. And feel free to deliver important words that impact lives to that audience of over 1,000 people in that room. And if this feels like freedom, let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to get a sense that once you've done one thing, it sets a precedent. When you've done your very first big talk on a stage, it's significant. But your 77th, you won't even remember. I want you to get a sense that everything can feel outside of the comfort zone if you've never done it before. But a willingness to choose to do something uncomfortable because it's important and matters gives you the courage, gives you the confidence, gives you the ability to express yourself freely. Rather than waiting for the feeling, do the thing and be rewarded with the feeling. And then go forwards in time and imagine it is your 77th talk on a big stage with a big audience. Imagine receiving the email and it has the significance of just blocking out time in your calendar. Your preparation is just tweaking something you've already delivered many times before. That when you attend and walk out on that stage, there is a knowingness that you will be fine in the same way that you know you will be fine when you have a one-to-one interaction. No different. And feel those feelings in advance. But how you feel after you've done this many times is starting to feel how it would feel when you're doing it for the first time. Feel like the resources required are mapping across. From what you feel comfortable one-to-one is mapping across from one to many. Looking for ways to amplify and leverage those moments when you feel free so other people, when all eyes are on you, see you expressing yourself freely. And if your unconscious gets a sense that this would be a desirable, free future, let me know by nodding your head. It's time to return to the present, but take all of these wonderful feelings with you. A desire to amplify those moments of feeling free to a bigger audience, but also to give yourself a vote of confidence, to raise your hand when you've got nothing to say, trusting that the words will come, to ask to speak at events, even if you don't know what your topic will be, trusting that your unconscious will give you inspiration. Every action you take that has a presupposition that things will be fine will make them fine. But it's time to return to the here and now, taking those thoughts, feelings, and emotions with you. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Connect fully into the here and now as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.